Hello, everybody. We are doing the gradebook training online this year, so welcome to the gradebook training. I want to make sure that I cover some things that you may or may not be aware of, just some things that I noticed throughout last year and already this year. And also, please make sure that you watch this whole video. I'm trying not to make it too long. Hopefully it's short. You can look at the grade weights. I know I have some things written on here, but this is in your handbook. I don't know what page number it's on, but it's towards the end. It's about that much through. It's also on the digital handbook, and it's on, as you scroll, it starts on page 23. A lot of this is consistent throughout the grade levels, which is really nice. But make sure you just refer to that as needed. So let's go ahead and start. So once you're in your gradebook, this is an example gradebook. You're going to hover over the gradebook tab and click on setup. And remember, you only have to do this one time. After you do this once, at the beginning of the year, you don't ever have to do it again. So I'm going to do the third grade example. But again, make sure you just look at what your categories are to make sure. So this is the homeroom course. So you actually don't need to do anything in the homeroom course. So I'm going to change this to language arts. And the first category that I'm going to do is assessments. So I'm going to click down on the down arrow. And this in the gradebook is going to be called summative assessments, or MG for major grade. And the weights, we're going to do 0.40, enter. Whenever you press enter, it will save it. I know that some of you guys have checked off these marking periods. We were strongly encouraged to remind you guys, do not check these off, because if you check that off, it's going to mess things up. So I'm going to go ahead and press save, and you'll see that it will start, or it will say that it's going to do the default marking period. The next one is, so towards the top right, there's a, I don't know what this is called. It has a plus sign in it, and that's a new category button. And then a new one will pop up, and then this is going to be daily grades. This is going to be daily product. The weight is 50, so 0.50, enter. New category, spelling is spelling. And then 0.10, enter. And now I'm done. So last year we did whole numbers in the gradebook. So if you look at this example, the weights are all or decimals. As long as you are consistent with your gradebook, so you cannot have decimals and whole numbers. You want to make sure that you're consistent across your whole gradebook. So if you're going to use decimals like this example shows, that's fine. If you are going to do, I will show you. If you're going to do whole numbers, that's fine too. You do not want to mix the two. So if you are going to stick to the whole numbers like this top one shows, that's fine. You know, go for it. That's great. If you're going to do decimals, just as long as you're consistent. So if you have questions on that, please let me know. But I did want to say that because I know some of you guys asked me that question last year a bit. Just make sure whatever you're doing is consistent throughout your whole grade book. Now I'm going to change this to my reading course. And of course, you'll have to do this for all the classes. So if you have 2 language arts classes, you're going to have to do this 2 times. The same weight, same category and everything. And then same thing for reading, math, science, and all that. So for reading, we're going to have MG for summative assessments, 0.50, enter. New category. This one's called daily work product. Again, 0.50, enter. And then reading is done. So I'm going to go ahead and go to math. Okay. And then change this category to major grade summative assessment. And for math for 3rd grade, it's 30%. New category, daily work product. And this is the teacher quizzes and independent work. This is 50, so 0.50, enter. And then we also have daily work process. Oops, I'm going to change the weight to 0.20. Enter. So now math is done, and I'm going to go to science. Okay, so for science, I have 40% assessments. category for daily work product. And that is at 0.35, enter. And then labs is the last one. And labs is also labeled labs. Okay. And for social studies, because social studies is a little bit different, we are going to just put social studies as daily work product. And then the weight is going to stay that 1 point because it's going to be the whole category for that. Okay, so something else to remember, and I should have done this at the beginning, but at the top, so whenever you go to your home screen, you really want to make sure that you just double check. You only have to do this one time. Make sure here at the top right, towards the top right, the view is under current report card run, because sometimes I've noticed, and it's no fault of anybody's because I have not shared this, I guess, with the whole staff. You want to make sure that you don't select any of these down here. You want to leave it on current report card run. And what that's going to do is it's going to automatically change as the 9 weeks progresses and changes. I know some of you guys will put it on report card run 1, 2, 3, or 4, whatever, as you're doing your grades and stuff. But if you leave it on current, it's going to just change automatically for you. All right, so that's all I have for the gradebook training. Please reach out if you have any questions. I am more than happy to help. I don't know what's happening to my hair. But please reach out if you have any questions. I'm happy to help. And again, use the handbook. It's not done yet, but this is going to be where I said that I was making the handbook and like what the category names and stuff are. It's going to be on page 2 of the progress report information that's already posted in Schoology, so you can have that for reference. It also has expectations. It has report card and progress report cheat sheet. So if you ever forget what needs to be included, what it looks like, all of this is on here. I tried to put as many visuals as I could, so visual people like myself can see it instead of just guessing if they did it right or wrong. And like I said, it's here, what to load for when. So for progress reports, how to do the comments. And then for report cards, there are no comments. So just some helpful tips and stuff and reminders and everything on that, or is on that. So, and if you ever have anything that you want me to include on here, please let me know. I'm happy to make this something that fits your needs and what you are wanting from me. So reach out, provide suggestions, all the fun stuff. And that's it for the gradebook training. Let me know if you have any questions.